Recording is started.
Alright. Alright.
So, Leech, it is therapy day.
It is therapy day, and he comes early.
Okay.
Like, do you have anyone scheduled before him?
Probably, but no one of, name. Probably just one of the people on the...
Alright, so... Yeah, no, because the Leech would probably know that, and he... If, other people in security are probably watching him just fucking running around here.
Mm-hmm.
Just outside the office areas. He probably busts into Nazara's office at least once, apologizes, and then walks out again, because he's really jumpy. And then, when it's, almost time, he fucking just smacks into the door. And there's, silence for a bit.
Castle,
and then there's, a knock knock.
Come in?
And he...
Aw.
He peeks his head in.
Agent Leech, right?
Mm-hmm.
Motions him in.
Skedaddle, skadoodle. Dick is now a noodle. That's what I hear every time anyone says agent. That's all I hear.
Agent Leech, right?
That's why when you guys were going on about getting more agents, I was like, we need more Asians. And I was like, alright, okay, I'm gonna have to say something at some point, because everybody was asking for more Asians. I'm like, God, I'm picking up on something wrong here.
Damn it.
Anyway, so, yeah, he skitters in, and, sits on the side. Keeps his back to this area here, so he can watch this.
Okay. Is Leech the preferred name?
He doesn't say anything for a moment. He opens his mouth immediately to reply, and he just shuts it again.
Castle
Looks
waits.
around. It takes him about 30 seconds, a solid 30 seconds, before he opens his mouth, and again, tries again, and he's just... Leech is fine.
Okay.
Or Nico, but everyone calls me Leech.
Which one would you prefer?
I don't really know. They're both as old as each other, I guess. As far as I know.
We'll go with Nico.
Okay.
Okay. How are you doing today, Nico?
Excited. I'm doing good today. I've been really excited all day.
Why's that?
Because I get to go to therapy. He's sort of rocking back and forth in the seat. He's sitting on his hands.
It's good to have someone who wants to be here.
I guess no one wants to be here then.
Not a lot.
I guess that's fair. No one likes talking about themselves. Don't really have anything to hide, so probably it.
They have a lot to hide. But that's not important. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, what I do?
Give me the rundown.
Okay. He immediately goes to his tablet, and then he just sort of robotic picks it up puts it to the side. He puts it on the floor so he doesn't fiddle with it. And he sits on his hands again. And well, this way he pulls his knees up and sits on his hands. And he looks around the room again. I was with security. I work in E-class. Mostly I have an office down there. I came to Site 113 with Agent Geist. He's my best friend. I like sitting under desks with blankets and my puppy. I watch everybody on cameras. I read everyone's files. So if anything changes, I know. I keep an eye on pretty much anybody. If they do anything that's out of the norm, I will notice, usually. Recently, I became an agent. Like a proper, like a field agent, like Nazar. I think I've always wanted to be one, so I look up to him. It's very difficult, but I think I'm more suited to that than being MTF, which is what I was temporary MTF for a bit.
How was that?
I don't know how it was. I lost my hand and my memory. My hand first and then my memory, I guess. I don't remember exactly what happened, but it's in the files. There was a misery game. I have a new hand now. And then I broke my little finger, but it got fixed again. And you can see his, he's got like band-aids like in between his fingers on his left hand. His right hand looks fine though because it's mechanical.
How'd you do that?
What broke my finger?
Yeah.
Oh, Agent Precious broke it.
Raised his eyebrow.
We training is fine. Torture training.
Okay.
I asked for it, so. He like motions to his left hand as well. It's like, and that's how this too. And he points at his neck. The bruises are going now. It's fine.
Alright. I'll go ahead and start off with a straightforward question. Is there anything you're hoping to achieve while coming to therapy here?
Yes. My puppy is to help me. It's like a service dog, but I don't want to rely on it and other people. It says in my files, it says that when I came here, I couldn't even go around without Agent Geist at all. He came here with me so I could function. I'm aware that I have a lot of anger issues and problems with acting out, things like that. I don't know how to not do that.
Alright.
I don't know, I guess I don't have anyone to talk to about stuff that I can't just go to someone and say that I feel lonely, sad. Not really sure what to do about it.
Well, you have someone to talk to now.
He just bounces.
Has there been
It's
any...
like
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Excited. It's like a little excited bounce in a seat.
Aw. Is there anything on your mind that you would like to talk about? You haven't been able to?
Hmm. I guess I'm frustrated. I don't remember anything about myself. I recently remembered a week. My life. That. But it's not really much of a week. It's like that whole week was me tracking someone down. It was before Foundation, though. But I don't remember anything else, and people keep talking about things, so I just sort of nod along. So I don't really know much. I have to relearn a lot of stuff. A lot of, I guess, normal stuff for everybody else.
Such as?
Recently, Agent Precious showed me what a violin was. He was talking about a store. I forgot the name.
What do you... I apologize, you broke up there. He was talking about a what?
A store.
Oh, a store?
Yeah, just a store. It's like he's talking about a store. I don't remember what it was called, but I forgot the name. Like a wall or something. I don't know. It's just normal things, I guess, for everybody else that just come up. I just don't know them, and it's frustrating. And I get angry about it. And every time someone says, "You don't know what that is," I want to punch them in the face, and I can't do that because that's not very good.
Nods. So, whenever a situation like this comes up, and you don't remember or recognize what is being talked about, how do you handle that situation?
I guess I just stop talking. Stop. I don't know, I kind of shut down and get mad. And if anybody keeps at it, it reaches a point that I either have to really fucking breathe or I will lash out in some shape or form.
Okay. And when you get angry, you either... you said you either breathe to try and calm down or you lash out. Is there anything else you try to do to help
No. I can't think of anything to do.
Okay.
When it happens, it just happens. I'm not prepared for it. And it doesn't help that a lot of my conversations are with Agent Gillette. So we kind of rebound off each other a lot. Both get angry.
It's like a feedback loop.
I don't like making him upset. But I think it's getting better. I think it's getting better. Apparently I was really horrible by that. Lost all my memories, so that was interesting finding out. But he seemed to still want to be my friend, so I guess that's cool. I'm very happy about that.
What do you mean by horrible?
Sorry, you cut out what?
He asked him to define what he meant by horrible.
Horrible.
That's what he said, right?
I don't even remember, mate.
Yeah, 'cause I think he said something like, evidently he was horrible before.
Oh, yeah, he said he was horrible. He picks up his tablet, flicks through, finds a video, turns it around, and shows it to Castle.
Okay.
It's literally him storming down the fucking, like, the same area, because, like, Snow's office used to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, Snow, Agent Snow, get the fuck out of here! You need to talk to someone! Like that. He's like looking at Castle like, Exhibit A sort of thing. Like, yeah, so I was a piece of shit. Turns that off, puts that back on.
How does that make you feel?
Conflicted. Like, I don't know how many people here know about what happened to me. I'm guessing the majority of them know that I lost my memory. Everyone seems to be treating me okay. Like, really nice. And it's great. It's genuinely really nice. I just don't know how I used to treat them, and I kind of feel bad. I don't know what people already think of me. And I guess it doesn't really bother me. The thing that bothers me is that, wow, that's just another thing that I've forgotten. Time to start again. Again. And I guess I did it the first time pretty well. I could do it again, but, like, it's frustrating, and I don't know how to process it. I was a shitty person. And that's fine, because I guess I'm not the same person. Everyone's made up of their experiences and memories, right? So, if I don't have them, then that's just not me, so... He shrugs.
Nods. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, you can do it.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, looks down his notes. How often do you come across something that's a blank space? Missing memory, if you will.
Well, just generally all the time, really. I mean, everyday conversation is bringing up something, a reference to something, something that I'm missing. I'm not aware that I'm missing it.
So,
unless somebody makes it apparent.
In, let's say, this morning to noon. So about 6 a.m. to noon. How many times in that time period?
Oh, tons. I listen to everyone's conversations. Everything's coming up all the time, just lots of things that I don't know what they are. Or I'm assuming that there's something more than they are. I don't know.
You said you listen to everyone's conversations?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have camera feeds and everything. Like, I can access anything. Mostly anything that I want from my tablet, and I do that because I need to keep an eye on things that are happening. And obviously, like, walking past other people's offices and things, you can hear them talking. Just general stuff.
Why do you need to keep an eye on things that are happening? Just left over from security?
I guess so. I'm super paranoid. Sometimes, I found some logs and stuff, some video logs that I made. I walk around mostly at night, or I did until I got the puppy, but so I keep an eye on the cameras so that I can walk around and make sure there's guards on rotation where I'm walking, so that I don't get stuck alone, because what if something happened? Guards, they'll be there to help keep things safe.
You're afraid something will happen if you're alone?
I mean, there's always a possibility. It's like, I'm also afraid of walking into kitchens, because the stove might blow up, the microwave. I have to see all the doorways, because if I have to get out real fast, then I need to know where I'm going. Just normal stuff.
Okay. When did these tendencies begin? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just do it.
Gotcha. And then you said it's worse in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm. And I think more recently walking past the Euclid labs too. Because like the Leopanthera could totally just bust out of the fucking wall. Sorry. Could probably just come out and break through everything.
Okay.
Maybe a gas pipe might blow up.
What's the oldest memory you have that you can recall?
Being in a room and looking around and seeing Azurus, Karrison King, and them telling me that I just lost all my memory. That was on a mission with the MTF. That was a mission. But I mean, that's of my memories currently, I guess. Unless you mean that. Recently, I went on a mission, and something happened, and it helped. It gave me back a week of my memory from years ago.
But was that something?
He kind of like pulls a face. I got blood in my mouth and my eyes, and then I started floating.
Do you mind giving me a little more details about this?
About the blood in my mouth?
The situation.
Which one?
That led to blood getting in your mouth and eyes. And floating.
Okay. Well, I guess you have clearance for like everything, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, I'm only level 2 clearance, so I guess if I know it, you'd be able to know it. So there was I had a personal mission that I wanted to go on because it had something to do with my past. So I wanted to go. Look, check it out. There were like cultists on the ground. Pretty freaky. So I went there with Agent Precious. And when we checked out the area, there were still cultists there. There were lots of vaulters and dead people standing up and stuff like that. Just blood everywhere. And we were following a trail of it from... There was one particular room, there were people standing in a kind of like a diamond formation. They were, I guess, heavily implied that they were smacking their heads against the walls so that they would bleed and they could write things on their blood. And then moving, and then like trading places, I guess. Like they were moving around in like a circle, but in that diamond formation. And one person who should have been dead in that formation wasn't there, so we followed the blood trail because I guess like they moved off to a different room, and the blood kind of just disappeared, and it was on the ceiling. And I looked up, and it kind of dripped off the ceiling. I guess I was tall enough that it hit me in the face when I looked up. And because it kind of like, and he's doing this, like he stops sitting on his hands. He's like he's trying to word it to explain. He's having a lot of trouble with it. Like he kind of makes the motion of like the blood dropped from the ceiling down, but then it went back up again, like a reverse in gravity sort of thing. And it hit me in the face. I kind of had memory flashback thing. And then it was like I was trying to get back into my gravity, but it was on the ceiling. So I guess if Precious let go of me, because he was holding me down the whole time, I would just hit the ceiling. Does that explain anything? Either way, they said that all the blood in that place was kind of like basically magic. Don't touch it. Don't ingest it. And I guess it got in my mouth.
And give you some memories back.
And made me fly, basically, yes.
Seems like you got back to the floor alright, though.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a good idea or not, because I had this stone that I found, and it had blood on it, and I kind of put my tongue on it, and it fixed the problem, but now I might have some incurable disease, so I haven't got the test results back for that yet.
Oh.
That was a bad idea, but I mean, I got really scared of being on the ceiling in E-class, so I did that before handing it in.
Okay.
Bad idea.
How does it make you feel?
Which bit?
Overall?
I feel fine. He kind of like flusters a bit at that. He looks like a little bit alarmed because he doesn't know if he's answering the question right.
Okay.
But mostly because well,
I can roll an empathy.
yeah.
5 successes.
It's like he doesn't know how to answer you if you're not extremely specific.
Okay.
And he's kind of flailing a bit mentally because he said, "How does this make you feel?" And he's like, "I've just mentioned so many things. I'm okay with the whole ordeal. That the whole ordeal is fine." Like, so that sort of thing. So he can't answer you because he doesn't know.
Specifically with the stone.
That I licked it?
Yeah, then there's a whole lot of potential of problems from there.
Oh, yeah.
How are you handling that?
Well, I don't know the problems. And I don't feel any different. So I guess I can't really worry about it. I am really curious, though.
About what?
What's a magic stone? What if I get magic? They'll put me in a cell. Or not. Agent Precious isn't in a cell. Agent Retro isn't in a cell. Agent Wolf is, but like we all know what he did.
From what I understand, if you're human before gaining, he does air quotes powers, it's a little different.
I guess until you fuck it up,
Yep.
like Agent Wolf.
Yep, until you fuck it up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, people don't treat you as a human anymore. I guess that would suck. I mean, I barely even know what it's like to be human, I guess. Just as far as I'm concerned, everyone is the same. But I guess maybe that's because I forgot everything. I mean, I didn't even know that there was a difference. I mean, when I came back, I was like, oh, yes, your name is Agent Leech. You have a friend. This person is your friend, and so is this person. You are a boy. I'm like, alright, cool. Didn't really understand, but that's fine. Got nothing else to do.
Alright. I'm gonna start a new line of question here then, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Alright. What is it you do outside of work for hobbies?
I play with my puppy. Look at cameras. Train with Evan. Talk to guys. Mostly hang out. Well, I don't know. I guess I try and hang out with Evan. It's fun.
Try.
I don't want to, like, bother him or anything. So I try to not see him too often. I mean, we have training. He's teaching me, just, like, shield training and stuff. I guess I talk to his team a little bit more as well, in the MTF lounge. That's really about it, though. I just hope that I'm not too much.
Do you often worry you're too much or a bother?
A lot. Most of the time.
Would you say this affects your day-to-day life?
Yeah. I guess I just don't know what's normal. I don't know what other people expect, and I don't know what they want. I know what I want. I don't know what they want. I don't want to upset people. I don't like people being upset because I don't know what to do about it. So then I get upset, and then it's just the feedback loop again, which is usually what happens when I'm with Evan. Because we both freak out about stupid shit that we don't need to freak out about because we misunderstand each other. Or at least I do, and then I make things worse. I don't know. I don't really care much about messing up with other people. Just mostly about Evan.
Why Evan specifically?
Because I really like him. I want to be his friend. Like a good friend. A trustworthy one. A worthy one.
Do you not think you're worthy?
Not really.
Why's that?
I don't know. I'm just very defensive. I guess I feel that my lack of experience in everything make me less of a person. If that makes sense.
I get that, I understand. And this lack of experience, again, looping with the fact that there are a handful of things in day-to-day life that you don't understand what it is.
Mm.
Okay. Would you say this is one of the main things that feed into your anger?
More so recently.
Okay.
Usually I get mad because I don't understand things, because something doesn't make sense to me, and I get frustrated at myself for not understanding that everyone else seems to understand. I just can't. Unless I'm trying really, really hard, I can't read it from people. They say things I can't tell if they're joking. I can't. Is there some sort of cue that I'm missing? Do people learn that when they're growing? I don't. I just get really angry because I don't understand.
It varies from person to person. Some people can read others, some people can't. It's pretty normal, either way.
No one else seems to have that problem, though. The only other angry person that I know is Evan, and he's angry because of something that's not his fault.
Well, there's a difference between being angry and not being able to read other people. There's a good handful of people I know here that have trouble reading others. It's just they don't get angry about it. They stay quiet about it.
Oh,
You're not alone.
I feel alone.
Aside from the people you listed, do you talk to anyone else here on base or outside of base?
Agent Nazara. I spoke to Gavin once. He was fixing a camera. Apparently I helped him set up a strip club. I haven't seen it. I know I've been there. I've written about it. I keep lots of video logs, notes and things. So I know everything that I've missed. I know about my life. I know about every part of it that I can't remember anymore.
But it's secondhand.
But it's not. Yeah. I mean, I look at my own face and I don't see me, I see another person. It's like me. It's not. Looking at myself, even in the mirror, I'm just like, oh, it's that person that I've seen hundreds of hours of video footage of them talking about their life. But it's not me anymore.
Well, how can we make it you?
Erase my memory again? So I can relearn. And not watch those videos.
You wish you hadn't watched the videos?
I'm glad I did. But, I mean, it doesn't really bother me that what I see isn't me. It's just that I know that's not normal. So I don't know how to feel about it. And, on the mission, because I've forgotten everything, I know I've killed people. I know I have, but I don't remember it. And I watched 9 people die on that mission, and one of those people had my face. I killed myself. But like, I know it was my face, but it's like confirming that when I look at those videos and in the mirror that I'm not the only me. I never was, or something. I don't know. I don't remember. Everything is classified. I don't have the clearance for it. I don't even know my last name, and I just found out my real name. The which aren't on my files, and I think I'm cutting out. Oh, no.
No, you're fine.
Okay. And he just kind of shrugs. He's like, sorry, I don't remember what the original question was.
You're fine. I had a question in my head, but I lost it. One sec.
I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I thought I was writing it down, but then I sidetracked myself. You said you have trouble feeling like a person because of this. Correct?
Well, I feel like a person. I am a person. That's just factually correct. I just don't know what person. It's like, I know I'm in a body. I know what it looks like. I don't know who it is. I guess.
Nods. Alright. Then I'm gonna ask you this question. Here you go. What would you like to tackle first in terms of us working together to fix? Would you like to tackle the anger issues or the memory, learning to cope with that, and by extension, hopefully, the sort of dissociation you're experiencing?
What's that?
It's a state in which you don't exactly feel like it could either be you don't feel that you're real or match around you or the world around you isn't real. It's it's a dangerous state, especially in a case where you feel like you aren't actually yourself.
Dangerous?
Can be. Not always.
Will it make me dangerous?
No.
I don't understand.
No. If anything, you're stable. You're fine. In cases where someone is extremely dissociating, they could be dangerous to themselves.
Like Dr. Janus?
Close.
Okay.
His situation's a little different, but close.
Okay.
Point is, we're going to try and tackle all these issues, but all of them take time, and I want to know what you want to handle first, and so we can work together to get that done, and then move on to the next.
Calming down quicker. Because it gets in the way of things, and I know I have, well, It's even written down on my file the violent reactions to certain things that are said out loud. Just an automatic makes me extremely angry. Kind of pauses for a moment. Like he's already working to try and calm him fuck down. Cause he's like,
I go ahead and roll a calm roll.
Okay.
I believe that is a presence persuasion. Sorry, I need to settle this up. Oh wait, I have it right here. 2 successes.
Okay. I don't need to roll anything, do I?
Unless you're resisting now.
No. Okay. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. Definitely would not resist that.
Guess he'll say, take a moment. When you feel yourself starting to get angry or worked up, a couple things you can do is you can take a moment and either walk away from the situation or just think about something else. You can return to whatever thought is at hand afterward, but sometimes it's easier just to detach and cool down.
Okay. Every time I hear about or read about the GOI, the group of interest, are we cool yet? I have to. He kind of like makes like a twisting motion with both of his hands together, just like I have to like kill it, break it. I get mad. I get really, really, really mad. And it gets in the way of things. I had to fix the library once. The archives, I knocked over a bunch of books just out of nowhere. It's like I don't even get a chance to react. I just react.
Visceral.
Yeah?
It's
Maybe?
an automatic reaction, basically.
Yeah. It's like I don't have a choice. I just do it. And it takes a lot to not freak out. And that's not going to help me on missions. As an agent, I have to collect data. And if I let that get to me, I'll fuck it up. And on my first mission, I almost did. I heard the name of the group, and I almost got myself caught. I only got out because I was with Agent Precious. And I know that he's really pissed at me because I keep acting out. I don't want to. I just do. So I'd like to work first.
Okay. Well, then that's what we'll do.
Okay.
So, we can go over a couple of shorthands, what to do when you're starting to feel that that anger, that frustration, and we can go over a couple shorthands of when in the moment before it happens to see if there's a way to stop it from becoming too much, and also if it's currently happening, if it's too much to handle, what you can do in that case so that it doesn't result in you getting caught, for example, or that way you can try and turn that anger into something productive.
Okay.
And actually, this is actually, if you're comfortable with it, something you could actually talk to Evan about, since you speak to him anyway. He knows several very good coping mechanisms.
Oh.
But what we can start with, as I mentioned earlier, a good starter one is just, you're hearing it, it's starting to get to you. you can detach from the conversation. I know you like listening in and understanding what's happening around you. But if you can have a line of thought, quote unquote, happy place you can go to ignore that so that you are able to get yourself back to balance. It's good to establish that. It can be this thought can be a memory. It can be, thinking about your dog, for example. So that if the conversation at hand is becoming very frustrating, you can just change the channel, and then when you are prepared, you can come back.
I think I do that sometimes already. I forgot to mention in my free time, as well as being with around Geist or Evan or something. Agent Precious has been taking me to eat and talk with other people. He says to help me, but it's like when I'm given something to do, like a task, all I think about is completing it, and I don't think about anything in between. So I don't really remember any of those conversations. I should probably tell him, because I wasn't being me. I was being who he wanted me to be, sort of thing.
Nods.
So it's like you pretend you're someone else so that they take the brunt of the blame if anything happens. Like, like I know what happened, obviously, but like, it's like playing a game. So if something happens, I can just be, oh no, they're talking to that person. It's not me that doesn't understand. It's that person.
It's putting on a face.
Yeah. Is that what you mean? Do you literally mean turning off from the conversation and like facing the other way, mentally, physically, everything?
Similar. You can just face away with the conversation if you want. That is a viable thing. If it is coming to a point in which you need to walk away, there's no shame in walking away, unless you're on a mission or something like that, in which having a coping mechanism in which you can still be there and in the game is important.
Yeah.
And it takes practice. What I'm more primarily referring to is putting on a face can be easier, especially in social situations. This is more of having a thought or a concept that grounds you.
Yeah.
That you can just real quick think about. And it kind of calmed down for me. If I start getting very frustrated, I have a very good memory of my sister and I when we went to a coffee shop about 12 years back. And I think about that. And it helps.
Memories are really important.
You can form new ones. That's the nice thing about them.
I know.
There's never a shortage. But it doesn't have to be memories, is what I'm saying. It can be a thing, a concept. You have a favorite song. You could be that. It could be a really annoying but catchy jingle on TV.
I don't know any songs. I mean, I've heard the Christmas ones that were playing at Christmas. Well, I guess I don't really know any others apart from the ones that Agent Wolf sings to himself. He sings a lot. They're nice. I like listening to those.
Nods. Let's see here. Let's see if we can establish something.
I guess that's why I have Ghost and Geist. I mean, he always sees when I'm having trouble. He just steps in. And if I look at Ghost, well, he's a puppy. He's just a really big, fluffy puppy. kind of, you just gotta touch it. But I can't do that on mission. And I can't take Geist with me on missions either.
But you can take something that, for at least with Ghost, you can take something that represents it. Such as a small pom-pom or something with a similar consistency of the fur. You can just attach it to a keychain. Start getting frustrated or angry, need a happy thought, grab the pom-pom. Reminds
I
me
guess so.
Reminds you of your dog.
I could try that.
We can give that a shot and see if it helps. Otherwise, if it is an in the moment, you are about to explode situation, there's a couple things. If you can get out of the situation, walk away, that is obviously the best, easiest one, where it just allows you time to step away, and then direct that pent-up anger into something productive. You mentioned you trained. Training is a good one to, if you feel like very angry. There's punching bags. Otherwise, converting it into,
Oh, I think I cut out.
You're fine. When did you cut out? Hello? Hello?
Am I back? I'm back. Okay.
Hello?
Is it training? And that's all I got.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He said, there's ways, first of all, getting out of the situation before you do something you regret. And then turning that energy into something else. Training's good if you can get to it before, obviously you explode. There's punching bags, things like that. Good for getting that anger out. Otherwise, with enough practice, that frustration can be converted into conviction. Can be used productively in the moment.
I guess I usually have the problem with I get really angry really quickly. And once it's there, I either scream about something or I walk away, scream about something somewhere else, curl up in a ball, cry. But then once that moment is over, I am really tired. So, I guess I could punch a bag to get rid of pent-up frustration, but I don't really have any pent-up frustration.
Because it comes about so suddenly.
It just happens.
Alright.
It happens, I explode, and then I'm done.
Well then, let's try the little pom-pom, the reminder, the happy place, first. We're gonna try and work to see if we can get you methods of... Sorry, I'm trying to think of the word. What is it? When you're, trying to
I know the word. I'm like, wait.
I know, right? It's, right on the tip of my tongue, and I can't...
What?
Oh, what the fuck is it?
I'm trying to...
Oh, disarm, I guess, is a good one. It's not the word I'm looking for, but I'll have to use it. I said, situations to help disarm the anger.
The metaphorical bomb.
Is that alright with you then?
He nods.
Okay. We'll work towards that. So what I can do is, if you want to go out and try and find something small, portable, that best represents that kind of feeling of, petting your dog, try and attach that to a keychain so you have it.
Okay.
See if having that with you, being able to physically touch that, helps bring you back, ground you in the moment when your anger starts welling up. If it doesn't, we can move on to the next thing and try that.
Okay.
And then from there, once we get a hold on the anger before it starts to well up, before it blows up, we can come up with ways to kind of expend it. But first things first is you need to learn how to catch it before it gets out.
Okay. Along with that, I know you want to do one thing at a time, but is there any way to practice not absolutely fucking murdering something every time I hear that name? Like, I don't know if you randomly say it at me in therapy, it probably wouldn't be a good idea, but it's safer in here than out there to do it, right?
Would you like me to?
I don't know any other way that I can practice. But then your room is gonna get trashed.
Well then, there's a couple vacant offices. I can set it so that future therapies can take place there, so I don't have to worry about my bookshelves.
Okay. Yeah, can we do that?
Sure. It's similar to exposure therapy. If it's said enough, it might become just a word.
Hold on. Why does it keep cutting me out? Let me live.
I hold you.
So I heard we could set up in different offices.
Oh yeah, he said we can set up in a different office. There's a couple vacant ones around here. And just do the therapy there. That way it'll spare my bookshelves.
Yeah. Leech is like looking around the room, he's just like nodding, like, like I have thrown bigger things. Sort of look.
It's worth a shot.
You can see his tablet has like the most solid fucking armor on it. Like, it's obvious that he throws that. Definitely tell that he throws his phone. He sometimes he does look at it. He just kind of like puts his tablet away, and then pulls out his phone and just sort of snickers at it. And he says like, sometimes if I get really excited and I don't, not just anger, like excitement happens too. I throw my phone. I don't. It's like I just move. I can't not do it. And he just laughs a little bit. Sometimes nice things happen and I don't know how to deal with it, so I just throw my phone across the room and then just lay down on a blanket. I have blanket underneath my desk in E-class.
Comfortable?
I sleep in weird positions and I have nightmares. Like I lash out in my sleep. I don't remember anything. Only sometimes when I wake up I can still see parts of my dream. Or when I wake up. But that's only when I'm stressed, so... Well, I'm usually stressed, but not like super stressed. When I'm super stressed, it happens. But that's okay. That doesn't really do. I just get lots of bruises, but like... My puppy's been trained to sit on me when I do that, so I don't hit things too much when I sleep.
Good. Well, we'll tackle these two things first. Next session, I'm gonna go ahead and put you on weekly, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it took me long enough to get you in here in the first place.
That's okay. You have a lot of stuff to do.
Okay. He like shakes his head and pencils in Leech.
What does he do? He shakes his head?
It's like he's shaking his head to himself, like, my god, there's so much here, as he's like penciling Leeches on the calendar.
Oh my god. Leech is gonna empathy you, so...
Go for it.
3.
Alright, you beat him. He's so tired.
Oh no! He just feels bad now. God.
He's tired, but he's not upset about it. He's very clearly like at peace that this is his job.
Alright.
Um,
Leech still feels bad because he thinks that he's just added to the load, the tiredness now.
Counter empathy.
Okay. He's not going to do anything about that.
Alright.
He, it's like he was, like, he started off, like, closed off, like, shrunk in his chair, and as the therapy was going on, like, he opened up, and now he's just gone back. And he's watching every single thing that you do, because he's worried that he feels guilty. He feels guilty that he's just put an extra load on you now, and he's just like, God, I am so sorry. You look terrible. Like, you look really, really tired. It's like, am I wasting your time? Like, you could be doing things with other people. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I'm just gonna shut up and stay still. He's not moving anymore. He's just like frozen.
Castle stops and he kind of side-eyes Leech.
He's avoiding eye contact, but he's watching your hands.
He finishes writing in his notepad and puts it down. Don't worry about taking up my time. It's literally my job.
It's not just your time, though. Other people who need it more.
Trust me, if there were others who needed to be on weekly, they're already on weekly.
Okay.
He actually will open up his calendar and tap it, and you see all the names are filled out. Oh
my god. He just blinks. He's like, no wonder you look like shit.
I don't sleep, Eve. He shrugs. I wouldn't sleep even if I didn't do this. He comes over, and picks up his coffee and drinks it. Nope.
How do you not sleep?
He shrugs. Because I've got some strong-ass caffeine, that's how.
He just looks at Castle, looks him up and down. Does he, like, what is his outward appearance? Like,
he is...
like his clothing, mostly.
Oh, clothing-wise?
Like physique and things like that, yeah.
Castle is, very fit. Kind of, boxy man. He's wearing, like, he has the kind of medical coat over, just basic kind of sweater-ish material, shirt. And then he's got the necklace, which has dog tags, and then also the, inverted cross.
Alright.
And then it leads down to, like, cargo pants, and he's got his cap on, and he's got bags for days. Like, most of his upper face is shadowed out just because he's got a very heavy, brow.
Yeah.
But then you can just see there's just huge bags under his eyes, and he looks dead inside. He's looked dead inside since you've seen him the first time, though, so that seems pretty common.
Yeah. Yeah, Leech just looks over him. Not critically, not judging or anything, just more like, you are being analyzed right now.
And
yeah, he's just like, were you in the army?
Nods. 31st Division.
Did trauma from that stop you from sleeping?
Drinks. Would you like to roll an empathy?
Yes.
Alright, so...
Ah!
No, don't... I gotta do a different roll. Okay, so my kidneys haven't failed, and also reroll.
Fucking right!
Reroll!
Two. What is with the two?
Okay, you beat it. Okay. Castle drinks and says nothing. But looking at him, and you just get this silent confirmation. That probably has a good something to do with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Get me that profiling. He just looked at it.
so much he didn't nod, but he didn't say no either.
I'm sensing it. My spidey like, this is the only point where Leech can read people is when he reads them, not when he does anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just nods slowly. He's like,
Mm.
That's rough, buddy.
Yep. He shrugs and sits back
Are
down.
you addicted to coffee?
Oh yeah. He keeps drinking.
He looks at him like, doesn't he have like a fucking thing attached to him? Like, is that visible?
What thing?
The thing that's keeping him alive right now.
Oh no, he got surgery. He has kidneys again.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
It was probably no small secret that
Oh God, yeah, no.
that
he knew
Castle
about
had
that.
to be rushed in for emergency surgery, though.
He saw Rylan fucking running to that surgery, so he's more just stating things now. Like, he knows about that.
Mhm.
He just looks at him. When did that start?
Caffeine addiction.
Mm.
He actually thinks.
Is that a replacement for something else? Did you used to smoke, or do you smoke, or what?
No, I never smoked. He's thinking. Well, I started caffeine. God. I drank it casually back early high school. Had to get to classes and all that. It was just a cup, if not less. Really picked up about when I became a second, I actually have to look up the term again. When I became a 68W, it's really when it started to pick up.
I don't know what that is.
Combat medic for the army. There's a lot expected of you, and so it was shitty coffee, military grade, terrible. But got me started. Then when I
So you're in a loop as well? Bad things happen, had to stay awake for it, drank coffee. Drinking coffee keeps you awake, but bad things happen so you can't sleep anyway. And it just kept going.
drinks.
Empathy. Oh, come on.
Lock and key.
Damn!
He blinks. You can't read him.
Leech can't read him, but he thinks he's right. He just nods to himself.
I've never been great at sleeping, but I needed to be alert. Help my patients. So
You
coffee.
did sleep.
Hmm?
You did sleep.
Well, I get about an hour. If I'm lucky.
No. Before the addiction. You slept before.
Oh, sure.
Mm.
The not sleeping. That's been a long time coming. Long time coming. It's just habit now.
Mm.
Nothing. He stops. Technically something that could be changed, but I'm not going to.
That's fair enough. It's stupid, but it's fair. He just smiles.
Castle, he'll acknowledge that. That's fair.
It's just nods. We're all nodding to each other like, yeah, that's
like
stupid. Fine, though.
yeah, it's dumb, but you can't stop me.
So yeah, no, Leech acknowledges that. He's just like, yeah, no, I can literally kick your ass and fucking break every machine, but I ain't gonna fucking do that.
It's just the silent conversation.
It's just like, yeah, you're on this warpath, man. I ain't gonna stop you. I'm probably gonna die next week too, so it just doesn't really matter. Like,
You know, man, I got a grave out back.
I'm ready. I'm fucking. Let's die together. This is fine. This job, we're not gonna live long. We're gonna die young.
We live,
You
we
seem to
die,
be
we
more in
live again.
control of that than me, though. So I'm just gonna.
Ah!
He sees that. He sees that.
What you talking about? What you talking about?
This kid's been in this room for 2 fucking minutes. Just like, I see you, bitch.
You have a death wish, Castle? Castle? No,
I
fuck
know
you.
you. I don't have to interrogate you to know this shit. I just look at you. He motions to the cross there, and he's just like, usually those are the other way up, aren't they?
Yep.
Does it mean anything different?
Technically. Most people think it's satanic, but it's actually the inverted cross is the cross of St. Peter. I wear it because it makes people upset, and that amuses me.
Wow, you're an asshole.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny. So
He toasts to
why? What?
He toasts to that.
He's just like, so. Why? Wait. Having it upside down means what?
So, he mushed himself. I'm a Satanist. Okay, no secret.
He kind of like pauses for a second, and then he makes like the. It's like he's fucking exercising you, sort of like with his hands. Like he makes the cross, the right way up cross. So it's just like, it's a religion, right?
Yeah.
So like lots of people pray to the cross.
Christianity and the offshoots, yeah. There's Christianity, and then the offshoots of that. So, oh Jesus.
So like an okay to pray to cult, like a good cult.
Kind of. It's not
So
necessarily.
there's no magic.
No magic. No, it's not really even a religion thing. It's more like Buddhism. Because we don't actually. He shakes his head. We don't actually pray to Satan.
I'm sorry, I don't know what any of these words mean. This is.
You're not going jigs.
Oh, 1 sec. No, he canceled because he's still quitting smoking.
Oh.
And so he's like, I'm gonna kill someone if I get your GM tonight. Sorry. Okay, what bits are not coming off? And I can explain them.
Christianity, Buddhism, Satanism.
Gotcha.
They're all cults. But
Technically.
like not magic cults. So they're okay?
Yes. Technically with cults, a cult is just a uncommon religion.
Okay.
But once it becomes, and he does a, air quotes, mainstream, it becomes just a normal religion.
Okay, so they're just normal religions.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still consider some of them cults, because he shakes his head slowly.
So people don't like Satanists?
No, it's, not a lot of people are fans of him.
Why not?
Because people assume that they associate Satan with everything wrong in the world. They associate Satan with sin, with corruption, all the things they don't want to be.
Ah.
And by they specifically, I mean Christianity primarily. That main religion, as it's one of the most popular ones, or at least.
So is that how you piss a lot of people off? Because they're all Christians?
Nods. Oh yeah.
And they think you're evil?
Mm-hmm. Well, it also goes to show that a lot of them don't even know their own religion. Because he
They
taps.
don't do that research.
He smirks. taps his cross again. St. Peter was the first pope, but because mainstream media shows the upside-down cross as demonic, they just assume that's what it is, when it's not even the symbol of a Satanist.
That's kind of funny.
Isn't it? I think it's an interesting social experiment.
That's why people need to read more. Do their research.
Well, it's like, I don't subscribe to the religion simply because it's controversial. There's a good amount of testaments in it that I agree with. The whole base structure. It's a way to live
So-
by.
Are those rules?
Technically.
That's fair. Rules are good. I like rules.
He nods to that.
They make things easier because you don't know what to do. You just rules.
It's something to live by.
I guess.
In this case, it's living more for yourself and considering the human factor than trying to live by some spiritual entity that may or may not exist.
So, if I lived for the Foundation and made a group out of it, would that be a cult?
He thinks.
Because it's not popular. But it's like worshipping a group or thing that means a lot and dictates your life with rules.
Would you consider it, would you be, like, religiously following it? In theory?
He shrugs his shoulder. Like, I mean, in theory, I guess, if that's what... That's...
I guess technically, yeah, if you are following it in its system to a science, in a devotion towards, you know, either the betterment of a society or, you know, yourself, if it's your personal belief, and it's not popular, then, yeah, I guess that is a cult.
Cults are weird. I lost my memories to a cult, so I mean, I don't know how to feel about it, I guess. There was an altar that was, like, covered in blood, but, like, in the shape of, like, it was the person size, but, like, my size.
Like, perfectly you size.
Yeah. There was a room there, too, that felt really comfortable, like I was under my desk. Magic's weird. It's very cool, but it's really weird. I don't know how people do... I found out, like, when I forgot everything and I came back and I got, like, the lowdown from Nazar, like, no one outside the Foundation and other groups of interest, like the GOC and stuff like that, they don't have magic. They don't use magic. That's
Yep.
why SCPs get caught, captured, brought in, right? So that no one finds out about it? How the hell do they... Well, I guess they have memetics, but, like... That's a lot of work!
Yep. Well, I mean, it's crazy, you know. You go from, like, he motions to himself. I was recruited about, what, 2 months ago? Prior to that, normal life. Paper pushing. See my patients. You tell me that God was captured in one of the different facilities, I'd tell you you're a fuckwad. And now
so
I know
weird.
that God is being held in one of the other facilities, and, well, fuck.
He is? Oh, I guess he is. I think I read that.
Yeah, it
I
was,
did a lot of reading.
it was kind of eye-opening. Go your whole life believing one thing, only for it to turn out just to be held in a cell.
I guess that's the differences, I suppose. Like, you came in. You came in from a place that you didn't have magic. And I started in magic. As far as I can remember. It's normal to me, but to no one else.
But then you have to deal with the flip side, which is the normal world isn't as common as magic to you, correct?
Mm-hmm. Which sucks because I'm the only person who thinks that magic is normal and cool, I guess. Well, I guess I'm not the only one who thinks it's cool, but it's normal. It's the first thing that I came into. I didn't, like... I don't know. Like, even the differences between the people here who use different pronouns and things like that, even that was weird. So it's like, do I have to ask everybody? Because I don't know. I mean, I look like half the women here, but I'm not, so... But, like, with magic, I'm the only one that I know of. I guess maybe other SCPs. They always had magic, unless they were made one. But then they had to be afraid. So even then, it's still different. I'm sorry. Have we gone over time? I don't...
You're fine.
Okay.
He gets up, actually, and heads over to his bookshelf. And he pulls out a book. It's a small, like, carry-sized book. Looks over to you. Taps it against the table as he seems to be thinking. Here's a thing we can do. He walks over and he hands you a small carrier's dictionary. Like a small travel-sized one.
Yeah.
If you ever have any questions on what something is, it's just not clicking, even though it should. And you don't want to deal with talking to people to figure out what it is. You can either shoot me a message or check that, and it should be able to clear it up for you.
So... does book have all the phrases and things in it?
Good amount of them. Alphabetically. At least it's up to date until 2016.
So if I don't find like a phrase, quotes or something, I can just send you that and you tell me what it is?
Sure.
Guess it would save getting my tablet out in a conversation.
Well, internet's not the most trustworthy thing all the time.
I guess. Better to just have the information immediately without me having to tune out completely of a conversation and then lose track of it and get frustrated because of that.
Nuts.
Okay. I can do that.
Cool.
You're gonna get so many messages though.
I'll make sure to set the text tone so I know who's sending it to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Nuts. And then I got you set for next week, so I'll see you then.
Okay. Kinda like stands up and shuffles to the door. Gives a little shy wave. And then noodles out.
He'll give a wave as he heads out.
There he goes.
He's free.
He run. He just falls over underneath his desk and just sleeps.
No. Precious boy.
That's all the interaction for the day. He's good.
You did it, Leech.
Yay.
You did fantastic.
He finally had therapy.
He did.
He cries. I'll update the chart of the relationship chart later. I'm dying too.